Mark here again, cooking books, bringing information. Folks, you know, I say, what's the difference between eyesight and mind sight? Eyesight is natural, right? Your natural sight, what you see, you can touch. Eyesight, you can see it, you can touch it, it's tangible, it's physical. Mind sight is what I like to call vision. Mind sight is what I call vision. Vision is being able to see opportunities in adversity. Okay, so 1929, the crash of 29, many people lost so much money. If you ask anybody what's the hallmark or landmark or the symbolism of 1929, everybody will tell you it was the crash, the Great Depression. That's what the majority of people would tell you. But those who had mind sight, vision, if you ask them, they would tell you it was great opportunities. It was a time of extreme and excessive jubilance. It was great. It was a revival. It was a time where millions of dollars were made. Well, the question is, why do you get such diametrically opposed views? You get two diametrically opposed views, and they're extreme ends at the extreme ends of the spectrum. Again, diametrically opposed views at the extreme ends of the spectrum. On one end, it was the worst. That it was the worst of times, it was the best of times, right? I'm sure you're familiar with that quote. And on the other end, you're hearing people tell you it was extreme jubilance. It was land of milk and honey and opportunities and money, right? Mind sight and eyesight. It's perspective, right? It's perception. Then the question begets this: what is perception? The easy answer for perception is, okay, it's the way you perceive the world. It's the way you see things. That's shallow. That's literally walking out into the water, wading in the water at ankle high depth. It's really shallow. Your perception, a more profound explanation, a more well-developed and cultivated description of perception is this. Your perception is what Einstein would call your frame of reference. Galileo will call it your inertial frame of reference. General relativity will call it, your reference or frame of reference, right? The skeletal structure of how you perceive the world. The skeletal structure, the foundation, the fundamentals of how you perceive the world. What are those fundamentals? I'll tell you. Your required ethics, your morals, your values, your scruples, a set of beliefs that you hold, that you have acquired over a period of time. These ideas, these concepts, these beliefs, theories that you have acquired. You have acquired a set of beliefs, ideas, concepts. They're called paradigms. So all of your beliefs, your ideas, the way your values, your ethics, your scruples or unscrupulous beliefs, all of them collectively are called your paradigm. Called a paradigm, a pattern of accumulated thoughts that governs the way one thinks. That is your structure. That is called your skeletal framework of your mind. That is the definition of perception. That is a drawn out, well-developed, well-laid out definition of perception. What is perception? It's not just the way you see the world. Your perception is a series or a set of ideas that you have accumulated over the years and you hold in your subconscious mind as a paradigm or as your software from which you interpret all that you see in the world. Everything that you see in the world with your eyesight, everything that happens in the world according to your eyesight, your natural sight, your conscious thinking, which is only about which accounts for about 10% of your consciousness. That means 90% is subconscious. So all that you experience in life, all that you see with your eyesight and your 10% consciousness is going to be interpreted, translated, transcribed, transliterated, transcripted, whatever, by your perception. And again, I just outlaid what perception is and what it isn't. It isn't just the way you see the world. It's an accumulation of ideas that determines how you see the world. And again, it's called a frame of reference. Or if you're looking from Galileo's standpoint, it's inertial frame of reference, which means a sluggish or a it's a way that you see the world that is very slow to change, very difficult to change. That hence the word inertia. So it's very difficult for you to change that frame of reference, inertial frame of reference. And the frame of reference, again, I just mentioned before, is all the accumulation of ideas, beliefs, values, morals that you have accumulated that allows you to interpret the world the way you interpret it. That's why two people can look at the same thing and interpret it totally different, because it's based off the software that they're running on. Till next time, peace.